Verdammt nochmal, Vater, bist du an Bord? Vater, bist du hier? Vater! Vater!
Bloody hell! Bloody hell! Doctor says he won't come until he has a body, sir.
What? Well, he thinks he's just an eyeball down there. Somebody leaned over the key and it dropped out.
He says he needs a body, sir.
Unbelievable.
I've got something here.
Hey, here, sword!
Right, good. Tell him we got one.
Shouldn't we call out Chief Inspector gently?
No, he's on leave, right? Go on, Doctor.
Please let me through. Stand back. Well, then I need to talk to whoever is in charge. Well, who is in charge?
It's all right. I'm in charge. How can I help?
I'm missing my father since last night.
Okay,
Since
right.
we were to come here to meet and go on our boat. And I'm hearing now there's a body in the water.
Yeah. Can I take your name, please, sir?
Wilhelm Schmeichel. And my father is Gunther Schmeichel.
Gunther Schmeichel. I'm Detective Sergeant John Bacchus. Now, is that your boat over there, sir?
Please. I have no need to talk to you. I wish to speak to the commanding officer.
I am in charge, Mr. Schmeichel.
You?
Yeah.
No. A mere sergeant.
Detective Sergeant, actually.
No. You do not understand. My father is missing. He's an important man.
Yeah.
Very
We're
important.
going to try our best for you.
No, it's not good enough. It's not acceptable.
Come on down there.
Das ist Gunther. Das kann ich nicht.
Sir, please, I need to... Excuse me. Sorry, Pet. Can you just tell me the man that's been...
It's my father-in-law. It's Wilhelm's father. Gunther Schmeichel.
Gunther Schmeichel.
Why didn't you call me?
Because 30 seconds ago, it was just an unidentified eyeball. I thought you were on leave.
Not now, I'm not.
Right. Is there anything I can do, then? Get you a cup of tea, perhaps?
No, thanks. Listen, look at the body.
Well, the eyeball was hooked out by a fisherman.
I'm not talking about the eyeball, Sergeant.
He's all twisted.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Look at his hands. What do you see?
Nothing.
And what's that tell you?
He didn't struggle. Yeah, because he would have torn his hands to shreds trying to get out of here, but he didn't.
Turn him over. Pull up his jacket and shirt. That spine's been snapped.
He didn't struggle because the attack paralyzed him, meaning he was actually alive when he entered the water.
Correct.
Shall I call off the doctor, then?
I'll have a stab at the time of death if you like. You fancy a bet? 10 or 12 hours.
All right, you're on. So you were just passing then, were you?
Why, had a look in at the station, yeah.
On your week off?
We got a name yet?
Yeah, Gunther Schmeichel.
What's that, German? Austrian? Swiss?
Well, it's not Geordie, is it? Taylor's talking to his son and his daughter-in-law. They reckon that's his boat over there.
Very nice. Any wallet or cash?
No, just that. Must have cost a few bob, this. All right for some. I thought they lost the war. Logbook. Says here they left Hamburg 6 days ago. Had a German O-level. Top of my class.
that's a relief. Passport in the name of Gunter Schmeichel. That's him, all right.
Overnight bag.
See if there's a wallet.
No. No, there isn't. Hey, listen, I had this German pen pal that came over to stay from Dusseldorf when I was 17. Elke, she was called. Oh, man, hair down to here, face like an angel. Gosh, she was beautiful.
Good.
I took the son and daughter-in-law back to the hotel, sir, about a mile up the hill.
You left them on their own?
Well, you never said there were suspects or anything.
Well, of course they're suspects, man.
Some folks in the crowd said that the deceased was drinking with some locals in the Mariners' Rest last night.
Well done, Taylor. We'll use your car.
Yeah, well, how do you fit a pram into an MG? 3 into 2 does not go. I did all over maths and all.
Mr. Schmeichel's in the coffee lounge, and yes, Mr. Schmeichel's still in his room, on the phone.
Room number?
14.
Do you mind if I listen in, Gov?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Can I have the headphones, please, Ben? Thanks. Yeah.
What?
We're speaking in German, him and another man.
Saying what?
Well, it's a bit tricky, isn't it, when you can't see the lips moving?
And if the speaker doesn't have the face of an angel? Interrupt him, please. Tell him Detective Inspector Gently would like to speak to him right now. Go and get him.
Mr. Schmeichel? Yes, I have a Detective Gently for you.
Chief Inspector, this is more like it. No offense intended, Sergeant.
Right.
Chief Inspector Gently.
Yes. Thank you. You can leave now.
Shall we,
My father had been drinking all evening with his so-called friends, and, well, I'm imagining him trying to get into the dinghy, and, well, in he goes.
What if I told you we think his back was broken?
Ach du lieber Gott.
Are you all right, Mrs. Schmeichel?
Yes.
Now, you mentioned that your father was important.
He owns a large pharmaceutical company in Bremen.
That makes him important, does it?
Can you tell me what happened to your hands, Mr. Schmeichel?
This you get from the North Sea when you're no good at sailing. It's ridiculous. This whole thing is ridiculous.
Ridiculous in what way, sir?
My father, he was a prisoner of war. Shot down in '44, Luftwaffe, a bomber pilot. And then billeted?
Billeted, yeah.
Billeted, yes, on a pig farm, which 20 years later I apparently must visit and stay at so I can learn how pig farmers do business. So my father, he stays on the farm and we come here.
Did you argue with your father over this?
They argue all the time.
These pig farmers, are they the friends that he was in the pub with last night?
The Hardymans, yeah.
Hardymans.
Gunnar, I want to steal a worm song. Let's steal a worm song.
No, I can't remember it.
Of course you can. Who taught you, eh? Oh, wait a minute, let's wind the clock back 20 years.
And where were you?
We were here. We were here until we were to meet my father at the quayside at 10:15. He insisted we sleep on the boat to catch an early tide.
So, you left the hotel last night, what time?
10 o'clock? Yes?
10, yeah.
Did you see or meet anyone?
No one. And when my father doesn't come after half an hour, we come back here.
Did your father have a wallet?
Yes. The inside pocket of his jacket. Why? It is gone.
Yes. Could I ask, who were you talking to earlier? On the phone?
I had to inform the company to let them know.
My father-in-law's employers are like his
Please
family.
tell us. You will be needing our passports. I will go get them for you, yes. Geh mal kurz was zum...
Was ist, wenn Sie mir Fragen stellen?
Dann kannst du vor lauter Trauen einfach nicht...
Excuse me. Could you speak in English, please?
Excuse me, her English is not good enough.
I miss...
By all means.
I can read German, I can't do the oral.
Poor old Elka. Right. Once you've collected the Schmeichel's passports, get someone to track down China. I want him here, drunk or sober, as soon as you can.
Why do we need him?
Just do it, please.
They're looking in all the pubs in Durham for China. The pathologist ripping the body open already, so...
Right. Let's visit a pig farmer.
Oh, right. 1 minute. They're pretty well off, some of these pig farmers.
100 quid for this car.
Yeah? £100 for an MG is a bargain, man.
Well, yeah. But why are you selling it so cheap?
You know?
Have you got money problems, Sergeant?
No? Yes.
Well, are you just feeling the pinch, or are you actually in debt? How much do you owe?
Look, sir, it's nothing I can't manage. I'm taking the inspector's exam soon, which I'll pass. So...
Well, yes, I'm sure you'll pass, but I can't see a vacancy for an inspector coming up in the near future.
Well, then I'll transfer to another force where they've got more room, somewhere bigger.
And how long's that going to take?
Look, sir, it's all in hand.
Yeah, good. Because a copper in debt is open to temptation.
I resent that, actually.
What, you think it can't happen to you? I've seen it a dozen times, a dozen promising careers ruined. Just try to offer some friendly advice.
Yes, sir, I heard your advice. Don't get into debt. Thanks for the tip. I'm selling my car, aren't I? Sorry. Honestly, it'll all get straightened out. I reckon Mrs. Schmeichel knows more than she's allowed to say. Oh. What's that smell? Shoes.
Oh, he's like what you want?
Detective Sergeant Backus.
How's that? Where's that flash bugger? Looks like a tough.
Afternoon. I'm Detective Chief Inspector Gently. This is Detective Sergeant Backus. We'd like to ask you a few questions, please.
A bloody Londoner and a big wig and all. Gets worse and worse.
Welcome to the North-South divide, sir.
Well, I'm just about to have me dinner. You need to wait there. Or are we in? I'm shocked. Shocked. I'm shocked.
I am?
We were with him last night.
Who'd want to do, couldn't
Nobody. Why would they? I give him a wave as we drove off. Barely eat.
Can I ask you about last night?
Aye, that's what you like, aye.
You went to the Mariners.
Aye.
And what happened?
Because I haven't seen Gunter since he was billeted here. Well, as soon as he's back in his loft where he was as a POW. 2 nights he slept there. He helps you with the pigs and everything. Him and altogether a different type of farmer. No,
Pharmaceutical man?
aye, a pharmaceutical man, that's right, aye. But he mucks in like it's 20 years ago, you know, and he loves it. We took him to Hadrian's Wall, 'cause I taught him to be a bird man. He needs rare ones flying in, you know. Quite a to-do about it. Before you know it, it's just last night, and we're all in the pub, and he's buying drinks for everybody.
No, really, already you have given enough.
Then, when I'm gone tomorrow, the drinks are still on me.
One black and tan, sir.
Thank you. Keep it, please.
Singing the warm song?
Aye. Aye. Oh, he'll tell you all about the war now. Which lads have your cups for the man who's buying your drinks? Gunnar Schmeichel! Oi, forgive and forget, you lad.
Or I'll slap your chops for you.
Smart. It's all in jest. He caught a fish upon this shoe and thought looked very queer.
But what kind of fish it was, you
Lambton couldn't tell. He wasn't fast to carry a time, so he hurried it down the well.
Fancy a drop of warm brew, Chief Inspector?
Yeah, it'd be very nice, thank you.
Tell you what, they good. That's family, you know.
What was that?
Says you're a lot like Gunter.
You weren't a bomber pilot, though, were you?
Oh, no, not a bomber pilot, no.
No, you got to be posh to be a bomber pilot. Not your Eric Douglas, you posh. We're posher than you. You didn't like you. You would have liked him. Well, everybody liked Gunter.
End of the evening, what happened?
Well, he's back to Deutschland first tide, so come out the pub and I'll give him a hug.
What time was that?
10 o'clock sharp. Golden rule. We're up early in the morning, you know.
Which way did you go home?
Yeah, along the quayside and back up the hill.
See anybody else?
Didn't think so, no.
We did. That son of his. Near his hotel. Because I said, oh, you've missed him. I'm sorry, but he didn't like us.
Oh, you didn't like him? We noticed.
Well, what's to like about that arrogant shite?
So, you saw him and his wife walking towards the quayside?
No, she wasn't with him. He was on his own. Run her down. She's just a mouse.
If there's anything I can do, just give us a shout.
Thank you.
Did you see the young lad skulking round, the one that left?
I did. Speak of the devil.
In the pub last night. Well, there's this new bloke behind the bar called Shavers. It's a big bastard, like, he wouldn't cross him. Anyway, we're with Gunther. A mate of mine at the bar says, Shavers has been mouthing off about the Nazis and that. Now he pissed in Gunther's beer and said he had a mind to do more, you know? When a few others walk out and protest, he comes with him.
What time was this?
Just after 9.
Right, thanks. We'll be in touch.
I saw him again that night when we were leaving. In the car park, in the shadows, watching us. I didn't have a good feeling, like, but... Say goodbye to Gunther and look back, and he'd gone.
Mr. Shavers.
Aye. Chick Shavers.
Did you see where he went?
Now we just drove off.
And did you see anyone after that?
Only dog shite on your shoe. You know, Gunther's son, coming to nail.
Thank you.
Thanks.
How? You know that old nut you're driving? Will you take £25 for scrap?
No, I won't.
Touch me one more time.
Get in. Mr. Shavers, thanks for coming in. Please sit down.
No tar, won't be stopping.
We've had reports that you claimed to have urinated in the beer of a particular customer last night.
In the crowds? Aye. Did it 3 times. 1 for each Reich.
You're aware Mr. Schmeichel was found dead this morning?
Well, if it's from your iron poisoning, I'm your man.
You don't mind that he's dead?
Look, I didn't know what you were doing in the war.
Sit down.
Yelling at folk to put up blackout curtains, I expect. But I was kicking that scumbag where he came from. And I saw things that are buried into here. Here! So you and the rest of the world can forgive and forget, but not me!
Right, you just calm down.
I've had it with you.
I'm all right.
I missed my vocation. Suspected broken back. Everything else just as we thought. Taylor?
Sir?
They tell me you're a wrestling fan.
Oh, well, my mum is, sir. I'll just take her along, like.
Name chick shavers mean anything to you?
Oh, aye. I saw him in Berwick once. He's retired now, did his knee in. Oh, he was a nasty piece of work. Played the part well, though. Did some horrible things to the wild man of Borneo. Nearly broke his back once.
Thank you.
Sure.
So if we cuff him, do you reckon you can manage shavers on your own?
Yeah, of course.
Good. Well, I should, stay out of his reach, though.
I object the Nazis coming here, flashing their money around. I object, okay? Because where's my money, eh? Where's mine? I thought we won the war.
This is 1964, Mr. Shavers.
There speaks a man whose pockets are full. Listen, I don't go looking for them, right? But if they turn up on my doorstep and wave it in me face, then yeah, I'll put piss in their beer and folk will pack us on the back for doing it.
What else did you do?
What do you mean, what else?
Well, I have a witness that places you in the car park when Gunter Schmeichel left the pub.
Witness? Don't you mean half-wit? One of the hardiments? Witless, more like.
Mr. Shavers, did you follow Gunter Schmeichel down to the quay?
No.
Because his back was broken, see? Well, as we know, you're quite capable of doing that, aren't you?
No, you don't. Yeah!
Whoa! Oh. Let's calm down, all right? Let's get on with it.
All right. I did go to the quayside, aye. But I was on my way back. And this is the truth, right? Because I admit it, I hate them. I hate Jerry's. And all right, I did want to do something else, and I knew what that something was, so I went down to the quay to set the boat adrift. It's about 9. And I arrive, and there's their flash boat with no one around, or I think there's no one around. But then I clock this car, because whoever's in it turns on some lights, so I turn away.
Hang about. Who was it?
I don't know.
Well, didn't you recognise him?
I'm not looking, am I? I'm waiting to set the boat adrift. I just want the bloke to go, but he stays. He just sits there.
Calm down.
And after half an hour of waiting, I lose my appetite. Give up. Go back to the pub and arrive just as the hardiments and the kraut are heading off home, and that's the God's honest.
And what type of car was it?
I don't know. A dark saloon. Can't be sure. That's all I can tell you.
Right. Would I be right in thinking that Chick Shavers isn't your real name?
Well, it's the name I used professionally, and it's the one I'm known as now.
Right, yeah. See, I'm afraid we need your name that's on your birth certificate.
Malcolm Ferry.
Sorry?
Malcolm Ferry.
Thank you. You know, none of the locals, well, except for the Fairy in the blue corner, none of them have a bad word to say about our German bomber.
Yeah, Gunter Schmeichel seems to have been a decent fella.
Oh, yeah, for somebody who dropped bombs on people. You know, I can just about remember the docks being bombed. Civilians were killed, innocent people.
Ever hear of Dresden? Our bombs created a firestorm that killed 50,000 civilians for no particular reason that I can think of, except to terrorize a nation.
Yeah, well, Germany should have thought of that before they started the bloody war.
Right. Chick Shavers tells us that there was a car at the quayside when he left.
Yeah.
When he got to the pub, the Hardiments were saying goodbye to Gunther. And the Hardiments drive along the road up the hill where they see Wilhelm coming down,
Yeah, and he's on his own. He hasn't got his wife with him.
according to the Hardiments.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Gunther's walking from the pub to the quay.
We assume where he met his maker. See what time the Schmeichels book back into their hotel.
Okay.
Should be interesting. Dinah.
Well, you didn't say drunk or sober, Gov.
No, no, Mr. Bacchus, I'm sober as a lamb. I'm ready and willing to do whatever it is Mr. Gently is ready and willing for me to do.
Drunk, then.
Taylor.
Sir.
Go to my house. I want this man scrubbed, shaved, and put in one of my suits. With a shirt and tie, with shoes on, and socks, my socks, and brought back here.
Mr. Gently, sir, I cannot let another man perform intimate...
And if I'm pleased... Scoured, Taylor. Head to toe. Quick as you can.
Yes, sir.
His name's Robert Stratton. He's a warden for the National Park. He was on the quay last night monitoring bird migration. And I know what I'm told, sir. He came in off his own accord. He's here with his daughter, that's her, because his wife's not well. Oh, and his daughter's apparently a bit...
We got to the quay around 9.
Yeah, sorry. Bird watching at night?
Yeah. Oh, we don't do it all year round, just when the migrations are on. You don't have to see them, you see. You can hear them coming in. And we've had a couple of mergansers turn up on one of the lakes from Denmark.
The red merganser's a scruffy bird. It's not very common in these parts. It's got a tufty head, very untidy looking, always bedraggled. Always.
That's the one.
But you weren't out and about last night. You were sitting in your car on the quay.
Angled, yeah, so I'm looking out to sea, which is what I must have been doing because I didn't see anyone arrive. But then suddenly this big chap turns up down by the dinghy moorings. He looks in my direction and he turns away and he walks up and down a bit, impatient-like. And then I'm checking the skies again and he's gone.
And what happened then?
Well, some curlew and oyster catchers come over.
We're not greatly interested in the birds.
Oh, I'm sorry. No. 10:10, another chap turns up, a slighter man, quite tall. I can't give much of a description, I'm afraid, but he's sitting on one of the bollards and he's tapping his thighs, like he's drumming along to a song. And, well, as I say, I decided to call it a day and I drive off. Was this the man who died?
1 minute. Can I go get the passport?
Alice, no, stop it. I'm sorry. Here. Make a list of every bird you've seen this month.
It's very good of you to have come in so promptly.
Was this the man that you saw at the quay?
Look, I was somewhere away. I cannot swear to it.
Right. What about these two?
Oh, yeah, they were at the hotel.
Right.
I popped in for a drink on the way down. They were at the bar, very smart. I passed this one as I was going home. He was coming down towards the quay.
Was he with anybody?
No, he was on his own. He's carrying 2 bags. Yeah, I'm sorry, she's... Here, Alice, leave it. There you go. Go on, carry on.
All right. Just all I want to do is ask you a few questions, that's all right?
I only meet him twice, but Gunther, he is like someone you have known for years. He is so... He looks at you when you speak. Looks into you. Is interested in you. And as such, Ismail. I think... penso che tutti le donne amano lui.
Ma non tutti, ovviamente.
Parla italiano?
No, veramente no. Mia moglie è nata a Napoli.
Oh, he's married. What a pity. Gunther, he spoke Italian to me once. Though his wife was, Danish.
Was Danish?
She died this year, he said to me.
So did mine.
I'm so sorry.
When Gunther left last night,
With the arguments.
yes, did anyone else leave?
The ones that don't like a German buying the drinks and have walked out, they come back in through the other door. I have been working the bar for half an hour or more on my own, and the drinks are free. But now Cheeky's back to help.
And Chick Shavers came back when?
Gunther and the arguments go, and Cheeky's next to me straight away.
And stays here.
Yes. If you think of anything else you would like to ask me.
Thank you. Call the station. They can let Chick Shavers go. Got an alibi.
Mr. Gently, sir, how have we done? Will I do?
You got a comb, Sergeant? Give it to him. What'd you find out?
Bloke in there says ask the Hardimans about a woman called Molly. Lived with him during the war. And then had a thing with Gunther. And then she later topped herself.
China, come with me.
No, you.
China, that's my suit. Don't put fag ends in it.
Right, Mr. Gently.
If I'm passing him off as a police officer, at least try and act like one. I have a problem. The Hardimans only remember driving past you, Mr. Schmeichel. You alone, not Mrs. Schmeichel.
She was with me.
I was there. I was with him.
Another witness only saw Mr. Schmeichel walking down the hill.
They're lying.
Why would they do that?
Who is the investigator here? Perhaps the Hardimans wish to point the finger at me because they did it.
I'm sorry, are you accusing the Hardiman?
Yeah, why not? They get drunk and they kill him.
Wilhelm, nein.
Kill him for what reason, Mr. Schmeichel?
For being German and successful, a combination you cannot bear because we are more determined than you, more industrious, more ingenious, and this makes you angry. Oh, not possible. I'm sorry, I forgot. You British are so pleasant.
Komm, hör auf. Warum hätten die Hardimans Gunther umbringen sollen, wenn ihnen ein so großzügiges Angebot gemacht hat?
Leave them to it.
I apologize for my husband. He's upset.
I'm curious, though, as to what motive you think the Hardimans would attribute to you, if they thought that you had killed your father.
Ridiculous question.
Wilhelm.
Are you considering us now suspects? Britische Gerechtigkeit!
Halt dich zurück. Das hilft uns auch nicht weiter.
Du hältst jetzt den Mund, verdammt nochmal, und überlässt es mir. Komm jetzt. Meine Herren.
Did you get all that?
She asked him not to be rude. And, well, then he was rude. And he told her to leave it to him from now on.
They were having a row, I think.
And before that?
Well, she was saying, why would the Hardimans kill Gunther when he was making them such a generous offer?
What offer?
Yeah, what offer?
How do I know? He told her to shut up Never mention it again.
Well done, China.
Thanks, Mr. Gently.
Maybe needing you again.
Yeah, niemals, it means never.
China never got off the beach at Dunkirk. He spent 5 years in various stalags.
Pull up a crackets. Though you might think this is what you had before. Well, there's a lesson in that. Put days between your visits.
None for me, thank you very much.
How are you, man? Tuck in, tuck in.
Are you back with news?
Just some questions.
Aye, well, we'll like a bit of a quiz. Sure, fade away.
How's Molly?
Who talked to you about Molly?
Why don't you just tell us about her?
Jimmy, sit down, Jimmy. Jimmy! Molly was Jimmy's mum. She was a daughter of a neighbouring farmer. And when she got pregnant out of wedlock, this is January 1940, the father kicked her out, the bastard. Molly was trained to be a teacher, you know, something worthwhile. So Mabs and me, we took her in. When Jimmy was born, Mabs looked after him so she could finish her training. And she became a wonderful teacher, so we're told. Then the war ended, and 2 years after, 47, 2nd of May, anybody saw it coming, she took her own life. Here on the farm, up in the loft where Gunter stayed. No reason why, no last note. Just an empty bottle of pills.
Where was Gunter?
Repatriated. He'd gone back 2 weeks before. Aye, the house had died, and the where and the why. It got everybody talking, you know, making assumptions.
Did anything happen between Molly and Gunter?
Well, no, the only 2 people who can answer that are dead, but I'm sure as damn it certain no happened between them.
Well, what about Jimmy then? He must have been about, I don't know, 7 when Molly died. Maybe he saw him. You know, saw them together. Maybe you know something.
Look, when Gunter comes back again, everybody's talking again, you know. It wasn't to do with him. But he hadn't been here long, you know, and he's looking around the farm. We're all traipsing after him.
Nothing has changed. Nothing. All is as it was. Everything. Only us. We have changed. Look at you all. Jimmy, you were that size. And your mother, Molly, what is she now? She's a head teacher. Must be such a fine teacher. Will I get to see her too?
No, you lost Mum a long time ago, Gunter.
And yet all these pairs of eyes staring at him, looking for a hint of guilt, a trace of bad conscience. And all we saw was love and sadness. Same as what we all felt.
And yet he spent 2 nights in the loft where she killed herself.
Yeah, but we didn't tell him that's where it happened.
Mind if I have a look?
There's not much to see, Lee. There you go. Like I said, not much to see.
So?
That's Gunter's. He must have left it here.
He didn't take it to the pub?
Can't have done. He must have left it here.
Fingerprints.
Fingerprints? What do you want fingerprints for?
Did Gunter make you any kind of offer while he was here?
Who told you that?
Did he?
Well, I didn't really understand what he was on about. Something to do with him giving us shares in his firm for free. Well, I've heard all about shares. I didn't like the sound of it, so I said no. But he kept bringing it up, you know, and saying that he wanted to thank me for everything I'd done for him. And I said to him, words are enough.
What did you do for him?
Nought, as far as I was concerned. But he said it was the community, the way we lived. You're not looking as friendly as you were.
I'd like the fingerprints of everybody on the farm, please. Where's your car?
Still at the station.
Right, pick it up, scrape china off the bar and earn yourself some overtime. I want that wallet dusted, cross-checked for fingerprints. Find out anything and everything that you can about the Schmeichels and their company. That's where China comes in, by the way. Get on the phone to the German embassy. I want a flavour of this company. The business will reflect the man.
Thanks for the overtime.
By the way, who gave us a heads up on Molly?
Bert Galton, fisherman that hooked out the eyeball.
Yeah.
Friend of Chick Shavers.
Is he now?
Chief Inspector, what can I get you?
No, thank you. I'm on duty. I'm wondered if you noticed the other night whether Gunter Schmeichel paid for his drinks from a wallet.
A wallet? Yes, he did.
Bert Golden. Is he here?
You know, I leave at the end of next week. Torno in Italia. Ero solo di passaggio. And I was wondering, did your wife ever make you risotto di zucca?
Yes, she did, often.
Oh, I've said the wrong thing.
No. Martha, you seem like a very lovely woman, and it's been a pleasure to meet you. I have to go now.
Good luck, Mr. Gently.
Oh, sir, post-mortem. This lower spine has splintered from pressure, not a blow. They're going to do more tests on that. Fingerprint boys are still working on the wallet.
Too slow.
I know, I have bollocked him, sir, but listen to this. German police in Bremen are investigating Wilhelm Schmeichel for fraud, major fraud.
What's he been up to?
Illegal transfer of funds from his father's company into accounts of his own.
Why would he need to steal from his father?
Because Gunter was in the process of turning his company into a cooperative, making every employee into a shareholder and effectively disinheriting Wilhelm.
Pick him up.
Gov, urgent call. Disturbance at the Mariner's Rest.
Piece of shite! Piece of shite yourself!
It's been nice about me, man.
Leave him, man!
Keep out of this, you!
He's the one telling you, is he?
You're Nick, the pair of you.
Bit of a mover, aren't you? Eh?
Cuff him, call for assistance.
Away, man, let him finish you. I hear you've had a bit of a result, Chief Inspector. I hear the young Nazi killed the old Nazi. Joy unconfined, eh?
Shut up, Mr. Fairy. Who's been doing all the talking round here?
Not me, sir.
Well, cut it out. Do you hear me? You are still on my radar.
He's dished his wife in Scotland, sir. He's on a bus to Newcastle. He's going to try and get a boat.
I thought you took his passport.
Dual nationality, sir. He's got a Danish one and all.
Mother was Danish. You might have told me.
I tried to stop him.
Didn't telephone us, so did you?
I told him. This will only look bad. This will implicate you.
Your English is excellent, isn't it? Yes. Well, while we're at it, let's clear up one other thing. Did you or did you not walk down to the quayside with your husband?
I was going to. But I was feeling ill. I needed to lie down for a while, so I stayed here at the hotel. And he went on ahead.
Collect your things and come downstairs, please. Take your time. Not that long.
The station just called to say that our warden from the National Park claims to have seen Gunter Schmeichel.
Stratton, we talked to him yesterday.
No, sir. Another warden who saw the dead man's photo in the paper this morning and remembers seeing him in the park near Hadrian's Wall 2 days ago. He was with a group of people, but Gunter Schmeichel was seen in conversation with Stratton, who then went off with him, sir.
The man who arrived just before you left the other night, the man we assumed was Gunter Schmeichel, you said he sat on a bollard. Which one?
That one there.
So the car's pointing virtually straight at him?
Yes.
And when you start your engine, the headlights come on and he's right in your beam.
I suppose so, yes.
And presumably looks up.
Well, if he did, I don't remember.
Well, did he or didn't he? You looking straight at him?
Well, I was driving off.
Yes, and in order to leave, you have to go into reverse and then come forward again.
But when I reverse, I look behind us.
A colleague of yours, a fellow warden, says that he saw you 2 days ago with Gunter Schmeichel at the National Park. He says you spoke to him and then you went off together on your own. He says he recognized the deceased from the newspaper photographs.
No, it can't be the same man.
Well, it was, though, wasn't it?
Well, I met a lot of people that day.
A lot of Germans?
Listen, what can I say? I'm sorry. I never connected the two men.
Well, you can now. The man who sat on the bollard, was he the same man you went off with on the moors?
Don't shout at him! Why are you shouting?
Alice, stop it, please.
It's all right, it's all right. Alice, it's all right. You're quite right. You're quite right, you shouldn't.
You shouldn't. A man called Gently shouldn't shout.
No, you're right, Alice. I'm sorry. I apologise.
Dad sometimes shouts, only in the house, never outside. You mustn't shout outside, only in the house.
Do you blame us?
No.
It never occurred. Of course it was the same man.
Well, thank God for that, or we'd be looking for another German. But the man on the moors, why did you go off with him?
Well, everyone was hoping to see him again, sir. Jim, he was with Jim Hardiman. But Jim's got gout these days and asks if I can take him down to the lake. So I said, sure, yeah. But, I only point him in the right direction.
I may need to speak to you again, Mr. Stratton.
Of course, again, I'm sorry. My mind's all over the place.
Alice, am I forgiven?
Got ya!
Police! Sorry about that. Hey, you stay where you are! You stay where you are! Right? Hey, what happened then, eh? Your father found out you were stealing from him? Hey, come on. Sorry, it's just me. Chief Constable was busy. All right, you can go now, thank you.
Listen.
No, in the car.
Please, first, just please listen. This could be as important for you as it is for me. Please listen!
No, you listen. You don't know how much trouble you're in, right?
No, I know. You hang people here.
And if the tide is against me, which it is, then no one is going to understand. So, my father's company, mine now, we can pay our way.
I'm not following you.
Oh, yes, you are. You are very smart. And I've been watching you. You have connections. And I'm not trying to avoid anything. It is just that in Germany we do not have the death penalty. So all I ask is for you to work on my extradition. To have me sent back to Bremen. For that, I will give you 20,000 pounds. Because I did not kill my father. Did not. Look, to show good faith, with one phone call, I put 5,000 pounds into your bank account today. Now, all I need is you give me your account number. Yes?
Wilhelm Schmeichel, any news?
No, sir.
Post-mortem tests?
No, not yet, sir. I've just been told there are 2 sets of prints on Gunter Schmeichel's wallet. Gunter's and Jimmy Hardiman's.
Jimmy, could you tell me, please, why your fingerprints were on Gunter's wallet?
I took it to see if he had a photo of my mum in it.
When was this?
In the pub on the last night. He was singing this song and just threw his jacket to us. But when he finished, I was still holding the wallet. Hadn't looked in it yet, in case anybody saw us. Because I felt like a thief. So then I kept it. I put it in the bedside cupboard up in the loft as if he'd forgotten it.
And was there a photo of your mum in it? Jimmy, do you think Gunter was responsible for your mother's death?
I don't pretend that Wilhelm's relationship with Gunther was easy. It wasn't. I think maybe they disagree about everything. But to be the son of a successful father, it is hard. Then on his trip to be presented to these, Wilhelm calls them peasants. And they are. In the best sense, they are. But then his father is saying, these people are what we must be like. This is what our company must be like. This is how we must look after one another. And surely, this is not business.
And you met the Hardimans where?
Wilhelm's father studies birds, and the Hardimans took us to the moors.
Tell me about that.
There's nothing to tell. We don't like the Hardimans, and I'm sure the Hardimans don't like us. But Gunther is happy. So happy. But someone tried to snatch his camera. They didn't get it, but Wilhelm was very angry. He wanted to find this person because it happened while Gunther was off at the lake. But then Gunther was saying, leave it, so we leave it. Please, I have to keep saying this because I know it is true. Wilhelm could never have killed his father. Never. This I know.
Your husband is being investigated for fraud, Frau Schmeichel, for stealing from his father. Perhaps in anticipation of his father disinheriting him. Did you know that? He never told you, did he? Do some thinking, please.
Mr. Gently.
China.
I was asked to take a call from Bremen, from the police there. They couldn't speak English, but they wanted you to know that half an hour ago, Wilhelm Schmeichel instructed his bank to transfer 5 grand into the account of Sergeant John Backus. And they want to know whether they should let the transfer go ahead.
Where is Sergeant Backus?
He just come in, sir. with the German in handcuffs, looking very happy with himself.
Gov, Wilhelm Schmeichel wishes to make a statement. I'll get him lined up for you.
Not yet, Sergeant. Yes. Tell him to go ahead with it. With me, please. I want your opinion on Robert Stratton.
They're here now. We've got them now.
I'm talking about you letting it fester for years, man.
I thought it was the best thing to do at the time.
Mr. Gently, look what we've just dug up.
Look, sir, I think we need to talk to Wilhelm as quickly as possible.
You stick with me.
I was the one who found Molly, you see. And there she was on the bed, holding this box. And when I saw them...
You should have read them, or at least told somebody about them.
I couldn't. It wouldn't have been right. They were too personal.
But she wasn't hiding them, was she?
I didn't want anyone doing anything stupid. Like going after whoever had made her do such a thing. That's why I did it. I took him outside to where she used to sit and read and buried him under a tree.
Know what you're blabbing for?
'Cause he thinks how Jimmy did for Gunter. Don't you?
Well, if our Jimmy done it, we're all in it, aren't we? Because he was with us. Oh, Howie, man, he must be nearly 20 years old. I mean, what are they going to prove?
Let's find out, shall we?
I'm not opening them. I don't want to know who they're from.
May I? When you took Gunter out onto the moors, I gather you met Robert Stratton, one of the wardens.
Bob Stratton? Aye. Gunter was telling us about the night he got shot down and Bob joined with.
And Gunter went off with him.
Well, I asked him to show him down to the lake.
How long have you known Robert Stratton?
Well, I came here just after the war. Sunderland man. What a life he has, eh? Wife on the verge all the time. And that poor lassie of his. He does everything. He's a sound bloke.
They're all censored. I mean, there's a few clues and that. If you see a phone box, you mind if I stop and make a quick call?
Something urgent?
No? Hello.
Hello. Come in. Come in. Come in.
Hello. Oh, sorry. Can you give us a minute, please?
Me mum, she's in the altogether. Look, me mum, she's in the altogether. Look.
Alice, come on, pack it in. Come on. Sorry, my wife can't wash or dress herself at the moment.
Mr. Stratton.
Yeah, I was going to come and see you. Because I realised that I must have also seen that young German couple from the hotel before. You know, on the moors, part of the Hardiman group. I mean, I never spoke to them at the time. But, I guess they couldn't have recognised me either, because, well, they would have said something at the hotel, perhaps.
It's just that the young wife says that when Gunter Schmeichel came back from going off with you, he complained that someone tried to snatch his camera.
What, she said it was... Hey, I didn't steal... Why would I steal this camera? Now, listen, no, he was a strange one, that one.
I didn't say that she'd accused you, Mr. Stratton, but please go on. Gunter Schmeichel was strange. In what way?
Well, you know, he was odd. I mean, yeah, nice enough to start off with, but when we got down to the lake, he turns on us. Go on, and starts saying I was spying on him. Well, you know, I just walk away, I leave him to it.
And yet, this was the man who was behaving so strangely earlier in the afternoon that you failed to recognise him at the quayside.
Yeah, well, I've already explained that. The man at the quayside didn't bring to mind that man, not once.
Italy 44.
Durham Light Infantry.
Aye. You?
Middlesex Regiment, and joined up with the Cheshire.
Took a bit of a hammering.
They did.
We had a quiet time for the most part.
Sorry, I think your wife's...
No. Come on! Oh, come on! No. In. Come on. Alice, don't! Don't do that! Alice, don't!
Alice, come away from the fire. Away from the fire. There's Coco.
Thank you. Thanks.
What happens when you're working?
Let's stay in their rooms.
Does he lock him in? He's Stratton a suspect?
Yeah, of course he is. Why? Would that help or hinder you?
Don't understand the question.
Would that be good or bad for you?
For me? I don't get you, Gov.
The police in Bremen rang. Wilhelm Schmeichel's transferring £5,000 into your account.
I was going to tell you.
Well, you've had 2 hours.
Well, I was waiting for the money to be in place. He could have changed his mind.
Try again, Sergeant.
Look. Okay, I wanted to prove to you that I could get things done my way. Look, Gov, listen, please. Think about it. The guy wasn't just going to go and confess, was he? This is proof.
And what was he going to get for his 5,000?
20,000.
20?
5 now, and the rest when I got him extradited to Germany.
You can't do that.
No, well, I know that, but he doesn't know that, does he? He's desperate. He's desperate because he's guilty.
And what about Jimmy Hardiman and the Hardiman family? Jimmy's fingerprints are all over the wallet. And you telling me you're not bothered by Robert Stratton's memory lapse?
Sir, Wilhelm Schmeichel killed his father and in an attempt to avoid the news tried to buy his way home.
Thank you. Right, very good. Yes, we now need to transfer the 5,000 back to the... Well, by how much? Can I call you back, please? Thank you. Your bank can't repay the full 5,000. They can only manage 4,782.
My overdraft.
Which you exceeded and has consequently been cancelled, meaning, as of now, you just took a bribe.
Sir, you know that's not true.
No, let me tell you what I know. You decided to cut corners to incriminate Wilhelm Schmeichel, and what you've really managed to do is incriminate yourself. Find out who the man is in those letters.
His name is blacked out.
It's a simple task, Sergeant. There's lots of circumstantial stuff in them.
Anyone can do that.
Yes, so go and do it.
It's my punishment, is it?
I don't care how you look at it, just do as I tell you for once.
And what are you going to be doing? Well, I'm stuck in some office 30 miles away for the rest of the
I'm
night.
going to be talking to some senior officers who might just be able to save you from a dishonourable discharge from the police service. Hello. Speaking. Tomorrow? Hold on a minute. Yes, that will be fine.
Good work, Detective Sergeant Backus. Excuse me? Hello?
There's no need to shout in here.
Can I move on to the S's, please?
Aye.
Thank you. S for Stratton.
Yes, I can feel myself inhabiting the role of the detective, accumulating information, examining motives and evidence, you know. But I'll tell you how I decide who's done it. Because it might be useful to you as a technique, you know. Out of the mouths of babes in China. But what I do is this. I ask myself, who would you not want to be right now, China?
What's it like speaking German after all these years?
Well, that's not the speaking of it. It's hearing it again. So, are you not going to ask me who I think done it?
Nope, I think you should get some sleep, China. German police and embassy officials first thing in the morning.
Right, Mr. Gently.
Robert Stratton. By the King's order, the name of Corporal Robert C. Stratton, Durham Light Infantry, was published in the London Gazette on the 4th of August 1944, as mentioned in a dispatch for distinguished service. I am charged to record His Majesty's high appreciation. Signed, Secretary of State for War. Mentioned in a dispatch for what? Bloody hell. Killed 3 men with his own hands.
Ich will Sie an, bitte mal näher. Ich möchte nur in die deutsche Justiz ausgeliefert werden.
Full post-mortem report. And DS Backus is on the phone for me.
Thank you. Taylor?
Sir?
I sent someone to fetch Mr. Stratton in. Is he here yet?
I'll go and check for you, sir.
Sir, I've got the identity of the man in the letters. Molly's man. Right. He was based up here with the Royal Signals from 45 till he was posted to Palestine, where he died of diphtheria. Now, this was 2 weeks before Molly Hardiman killed herself. And he was married, which may have some bearing. Although, of course, none of this actually solves anything, since the important thing is that people thought it might have been down to Gunter. Do you want to say something, Gov?
Oh, well done, well done.
Right. Am I still on the case?
You were never off it. Why didn't you notice? Sometimes we have to take the long way around, Sergeant.
Yeah, it's amazing what a bit of donkey work can do, isn't it? Now listen, I came up with one more thing. It's the,
Yeah, tell me when you see me.
Doesn't look good, Mr. Gently. He's begging to be extradited and admitting everything.
He admitted killing his father.
Well, he said he'd say he did it if they sent him back to Germany. But then he said he didn't do it. One thing's for certain, Mr. Gently. He don't want to hang.
You think he did it?
Yes. Well, no. Well, maybe. The Germans think he did it, sir.
I asked you, Chief Inspector, if I wanted to kill him, Why wouldn't I have done it out at sea? Claim it as an accident.
You can't sail. And your wife was with you.
I did not kill my father.
And I'd be inclined to believe you, because to do this, to inflict this amount of pain, and I am assured it would have been in extreme agony. Well, there are simpler and less suspicious ways to dispatch your father. However, in your latest statement, you still insist that you walked down to the quayside with your wife. The truth, Mr. Schmeichel, might just save your life. However, if you persist...
It was too suspicious to say that I was there on my own. I am being investigated for stealing from my father.
Good. Better. So who saw you on your own?
The Hardymans.
They were the first to pass you, yeah?
First, no. The only ones. There were no others.
Mr. Schmeichel, you were seen and passed by 2 cars.
No. By the Hardymans only. There were no other cars.
You're telling me no other cars?
Parked cars, yes. One on the street and one on the harbor.
The harbor one, what make?
Small family car. Blue, I think.
Where's Stratton? What rooms are you?
Oh, he's still not here, sir.
Mr. Stratton! Hello? Mr. Stratton? Anybody?
You all right, son?
Yes, sir.
Where's the wife and daughter?
Upstairs, I think, but he went out maybe 5-10 minutes ago.
What are you doing? Why are you pulling us?
Just taking a shortcut. Want to get to the top.
I don't want to. I don't like it. No!
Come on, Alice.
When was the best time up here? When was that, do you reckon?
When it was frosty. It was cold and frosty. It was a cold and frosty morning.
Oh, I remember the mist was in down there, wasn't it?
It was like we were in heaven. Like Like me and you were angels. Dad!
Let her go! Stratton, let her go! There's a good girl. Come on.
Sir, what?
Call the station. Tell them to release Jimmy Hardiman and Schmeichel. And call an ambulance for Mrs. Stratton. Non-urgent.
Sergeant, whatever part you played, thank you. Much appreciated, as you know.
Let's get this straight. I did nothing to help you. The money's going back into your bank account. Personally, I think you should be done for attempting to bribe a police officer.
You know, Sergeant, you are really quite an unpleasant chap.
Why don't you piss off back to where you came from?
Auf Wiedersehen, Herr Sergeant. Puri.
Sorry.
You joining us?
It's fate, isn't it? I could have been anywhere on the moors that day. And if Jim Hardiman hadn't have been there, I'd never have gone over. But over I went. And there's this smart German bloke laughing about being a bomber pilot and how he was shot down over the Tyne 20 years ago. Laughing about it. Aye, man.
What?
"1944, I'm out in Italy.
Yeah, you were mentioning dispatches, weren't you?
Aye.
For killing 3 guards.
They were the enemy. We'd been captured.
How did you kill him?
I have admitted killing Gunnar Schmeichel.
You broke the necks, didn't you? There you are. There.
We were unarmed. We did what we had to do.
And this time?
Well, I was trying to tell you. Out in Italy, after we'd escaped, I get a letter telling us my wife and bairn have been killed in an air raid in Sunderland. We lived in Sunderland.
So you kill an innocent man 20 years later?
Innocent? Well, who's innocent in this world? Except my daughter. But I'll tell you, I'd never have thought I'd feel the way I did when I heard that Jerry laughing. You know, I'm not saying I never thought about me first family, because what with me second wife and Alice, you know, who wouldn't wonder what might have been. But that laughter, though. Yeah, and Jim was joining in as well, you know, fair dues, because I never told anyone.
So, when you go off with Gunter Schmeichel on the moors?
Oh, I'm going to confront him, and I do. But before I mean to, because suddenly...
This is the new Canon. You know about cameras? It's the world's first.
You think I want to look at your bloody camera?
What do you do?
You think you can just carry on like nothing's happened? Like standing around laughing and smiling? Well, not in front of me, mate.
Just go away.
Not in front of me.
was happening. So I'm like, I'm tongue-tied. I can't get my words out. And, I'm embarrassed. And I wander off. Yesterday evening, when I knew I wasn't going to get away with this, I thought about telling you that I went to see him the following night to apologise, and it got out of hand. How I didn't mean to kill him. I go for manslaughter. But that still left us with the same problem, my wife and Alice, because with me in prison, them two's put away in mental homes, and so I am.
Better to kill them.
Better if you'd have let us kill Alice, aye. You frequent loony bins, do you? No, you know all about them, though, yeah? Well, try putting your own children in them. If she were dead, I'd be joining her. As it is, she's left here. Cared for by who? You? You? And I keep feeling this. Me, the quiet man. The patient man everyone admires. But when I got home after that tussle, I got angry. I cannot tell you. I cannot sleep for this rage.
I've got to do everything. Damn you bloody self. Can you not see that the bloody fire's gone out?
I cannot stop hearing him laughing like he's laughing at me life.
Some wood on the fire!
And I knew I was going to kill him.
And end it. How did the opportunity arise?
Well, like everything in life, you need to look. I figured rich folk like that'll be staying at the hotel, so I went there first.
Yes, we will be spending the last night on the boat. My father's already having drinks at the
There's
boat.
his son, settling his bill and telling the receptionist everything I needed to know. Where his dad was, what time they were meeting him.
We're gonna meet my father soon.
So I drive down to the Mariners, go in. And there's Laughing Boy up and singing Geordie songs to everyone. So that helps fuel us. But there's too many folk around, so I take myself off to the quay because I know he's meeting his son there. And I wait.
Why did you admit to being the fella in the car?
Well, I didn't know I'd seen us. Could have been the Hardimans, in which case why hadn't I owned up? At this time I was still hoping to get away with it.
So you stitch up the son?
Can we stick to the order of events? You're back on the quayside. I take it Shavers came and went.
Thank God.
And then?
Well, just in case this gunter came, parked in the shadows and waited and hoped. I gave myself a time frame. At 10:14, if he hasn't turned up, I'm out of there. And at 9 minutes past.
Let's have shaved coos and calves. Oh, the famous Rampton World.
And I heard someone coming. But I'm happy to wait for him to go now, because I knew when your gunter went in the water, he went in alive.
Why was that so important? Why not just snap his neck and kill him?
Because when my wife and Ben died in that raid, they weren't killed by a direct hit, they were in the cellar. And the water main burst. But they couldn't get them out because of the fallen masonry. So they drowned. Let's all have a laugh, eh?
Oh, good, you're still here. Come with me.
Good. I found out about Stratton's war record last night. I knew when we spoke on the phone and... Well, if I told you last night, his wife would still be alive now, wouldn't she?
For better or for worse. Come on. I'll show you something.
Stay. Stay.
That's right. You tell him. You show them who's the boss.
Come on. Come on.
No make a fuss of them.
Good doggies.
Right there. We'll be heading back to Foreman, Mr. Gently.
I'm gonna look after the chickens and the ducks and the geese and the doggies.
Thank you.
That's what we're here for, isn't it? Come on in. Hey.
Right. Now we have to repay that bribe you took.
Sir, it wasn't a bribe. I ran up an overdraft.
Right, well, let's clear it. Here, and this.
Oh, no. No, I'm not taking that.
Yes, you are.
No,
you can
no,
repay me £10 a month. £10 a month without fail.
I don't want it to...
Have it. There's enough in there so you can keep the MG as well. Can't have you driving around in something sensible. Tomorrow, first thing.
Right. Thank you, sir.